along Danvillian and enjoys outdoor activities such as walking and cycling, not bicycling, mind you. This pretty mama goes for the big guns saddled between her legs, and you can find her riding a Harley through the Pennsylvania mountains on a sunny day. Be careful though, although she's from the Danville Hills. She loves a good book, so in her mind she could really be riding along the Florida Keys singing Kokomo. Please rev up a round of applause for Beth Lynn. I must say she's styling this evening. Our next waiter is a bit of a newbie to the Danville area, and he also enjoys the outdoors, hence his career path as superintendent at a golf course. He enjoys running and kicking the ball between his legs, and given a chance, he will entertain you in the most unusual way with his soccer ball. So get the tips going for this pimp to the beat, walking down the street. I'm sexy and I know it, man, and watch his balls perform. Please give a bouncing applause for Tom Peck. I should have read over these before I agreed to do this. Who got me in it? Now I know why no one else wanted to do this. All right, get your hands ready for the chamberman who likes to frolic in the surf with a boogie board by his side. His personal anthem, I'm all right, don't anybody worry about me, has us a bit concerned about since his favorite toy as a child was an electric horse fence. Check out the electric buzz of his special drink for the evening, and please folks, for the safety of us all, don't let him near any sockets. Let's give electrified applause for Mr. Fred Gaffney. Our next waiter says to give her big tips, capital B-I-G, and she'll do anything to get them. This would include doing a few Zumba moves, I guess, which keeps her very limbery. Obviously, I don't work out at all. If you know what I mean. Let's take those hits for the hot and sexy country bumpkin, Miss Audrey Calder. Well, they must know this crowd because it says, get your handcuffs out. Get your handcuffs out for this retired chief of police who once, at an unknown age, drove his truck onto a pond to see if it was frozen. We were hoping he was not the chief of police at the time, but surely that would be a bad lesson for his two children, Katie and Dave. One of his favorite things to do on a beach is wave jump, with or without his truck. Pull out your big guns and give a warm welcome to Mr. Dave Show. And now, this first grade teacher has clearly not yet learned her lesson, or she wouldn't be here letting us put her under the hot lights. Clearly, as a youngin', climbing into the cupboard and eating a batch of powdered sugar would make you think she's sweet as a pie, but the song she chose to describe herself is Crazy Bitch. Let's clap the erasers together for Miss Paula Parmentary. As the owner and publisher of the Susquehanna Life magazine, this waiter enjoys a relaxing walk on the beach during the sunset hours and mellowing out to the tune Catching the Sun. However, don't let the above persona fool you. She actually enjoys rocking out to home to When Love Comes A-Knockin' at Your Door by the Monkees. Let's knock down her door with a round of applause and welcome Ms. Erica Sheen. Therapist by day, Facebook fanatic by night. This waiter comes to us all the way from Quakertown, but she's no Quaker. The craziest thing she's ever done is not suitable for print or mixed company. When sanity prevails, she enjoys life with her two Newfoundlands, Chloe and Eddie, and her golden retriever, Lily. Corner Janet tonight and sample some Sex on the Beach for a tip. That would be a drink, of course. Please welcome first-time waiter, Miss Janet Osborne. Our next waiter spends his days playing with numbers in the CPA offices of Herring and Roll, which he formed in 1980. We know that he is married with children, but since he didn't return the email with his biography questions, we decided just to add a joke or two. How can you tell when an accountant is extroverted? He looks at your shoes while he's talking instead of his own. Just read it, folks. Just read it. I'm not here for I don't do comedy. If an accountant's wife can't get to sleep, what does she do? Leans over to her husband and says, "Tell me about work today, honey." Let's give numerous welcomes to hopefully much more entertaining Randy Aaron. This last man standing is no stranger to the folks of Frosty Valley Country Club, where they know every inch of his body, as once he was caught skinny dipping in their pool. There are photos, I think, on the internet somewhere. More than just a mugshot of him decorates the Mahoning Township Police Department. His favorite thing to do on the beach is to get buried in the sand, and no doubt his kids, Mason and Carter, like to dig that hole for him. Please welcome the waiter who desperately needs to win a Speedo tonight for his next dip in the pool, Mr. Brian Rao. All right, that concludes our introductions for our waiters. Yeah, let's give them all a big round of applause. Turn this over to now. You know, I was handed the script, and that's where it stops. So. Bar's open. That's always good advice. All right, we're going to go ahead and get dinner started. I know that's what you're all waiting for here, so enjoy.